We will now talk about fprintf. Fprintf is same as printf with the additional parameter called stream, which is the file pointer. Like we in the past we have used printf with a format specifier, right? And we just simply said x, right? And in case of fprintf, we need to have additional file pointer, whatever that is, and the rest of the format is identical to the printf. So this is the file pointer. That's only difference. And if you go back to the simple function that we have been using, the file pointer, we open it, we have it using fopen in the write mode, and this is the name of the file we want to open for writing. So because this is just simply w, which is a write mode, we will overwrite the blur.pgm if there's a file like that, or if there's no such file, we'll create it. Okay, that's the difference. And here, for instance, I have a buffer that I want to write. For instance, you have a buffer, let's say one dimensional buffer or an array, say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. If you want to write this entire buffer into file, you just pass the use a for loop to print each and every cell, just like you normally do for printf, but pass the file pointer like this: for I equal to 0, I less than say 7 or 6, I plus plus, fp printf, right? Let's say fp is the file pointer that we got using fopen, and let's say this array called buff, right? So buff I. So if you look at here, this is very identical to the printf with the added parameter file pointer. Yeah. So we will use this function now to print a buffer into a file. Okay, let's take the example. I will say sample.c standard input.h, you need that, and the main, like I said, integer buff, say 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right. So very first thing is fw, or file pointer, file, all uppercase, okay, file pointer, just fopen, let's say sample.pgm. We need to make sure there's no such file like that, and then to write mode, right? Got it? And let's presume that always opens, or you could say if fw is equal to null, that means you couldn't open it for some reason, you say printf not able to open. Exit. Okay, now I want to write printf I equal to 0, I less than 6, I plus plus. Fprintf, we always need file pointer first, parameter d, and our buff is buff I. All right. So I now then once you are done, you close the file. Closing the file is a good manners and good programming style habit. All right. Okay. So we wrote a simple program using fprintf, fprintf and fopen, and we'll see if the file is created and this entire 6 bytes, 6 numbers are written into that file. So first is it sample.pgm exists? No, so it's good. You don't have that. So compile it, sample.c. Oh, you got an error. Okay, oh, we didn't declare I here. So we need to go back. I equal to 0. Always initialize it. Let's go. Yeah, it's okay. Implicit declaration built-in function enabled fine. That's fine. So a dot out, if you see it, now ls sample.pgm, is that what we wrote? It's there. It's created. In the past, we didn't see that file. Now our program has created that file, but we have to make sure that we wrote that numbers into the file. If you see it, it's written here. 2, 4, 6, whatever. If you go back to sample.pgm, it's written, but it wrote everything without any space. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? So we had to go back and correct that program. Oops. And we'll say we'll put a space. You can also put end of line, right? So I'll compile it this time again. So if we run it now, if you see it, our sample file is already existing, and we are going to overwrite that by running the program again. This time with, so we did that with end of lines. You see that now we have end of lines. Yeah. Let's say we want to open it for append. That means do not overwrite. Append at the end of the file. But this time we'll change numbers to 22, 24, 26, 28, 20, 30, 32. Okay. So what do you think it will happen? Yeah. Compile it. If you run it and cat sample.pgm, if you see it, we are appended. See that? We are appended. We are done with, we are in the past, our file contained only 12. Now we appended the remaining numbers. Okay. So this is how you write into a file.